Okay, here I am in the shade, and so now I can see. Now I can see what I'm doing. That the Nordstroms and the Marriott, you can see. This is a really good view, and the Nordstroms and the Marriott is behind me, so you guys can see my mentality about how souvenirs are important to me. Whether it's being slain in the spirit and being prayed over, whether it's Disneyland, whether it's my latest singing and music progress and everything, it's the same thing. There's different Stefka jokes as far as souvenirs is concerned. But Carol, I hope that you can see, to be amicable, that you can see my mentality and my passion as far as filming and souvenirs. And nicely, within the code of civility, I've got this question for you. If I can get this excited over Del Amo Mall, and rightly so, and trying to retrace my steps when I used to live here, and all that's good and all of that's wonderful, then how much more, then look at it from this point of view, how much more was that valuable about wanting to have that precious memory of being slain in the spirit? You used to say it's a common everyday thing. No, it was not a common everyday thing. There is a backstory of having gone through that loss with that other couple, which 7 years earlier. So there's a little bit of history behind there that I want to get into. But I will say this, that when I was in the hospital, you know what one of my biggest regrets was? That I didn't take more pictures. That when I was released, that I didn't take a picture when all of the needle marks from the IV, let me qualify, were in my arm. And that was kind of cool, seeing how all of the things that were attached to me, and the heartbeat unit and the IV and all of that, that was interesting. Now, if I can get sentimental over that, or wish that that was filmed, or Disneyland, or a mall, how much more was that precious and dear to me, the memory of being slain in the spirit? And that loss, the way it had affected me over the loss of the movie, it was what I call, and I'll get into that, I promise, I'm trying to do one thing at a time. It was what I call the multiple fracture, where there was if you can see where I'm putting my hand on this, where it was already a multiple fracture on a situation that happened 7 years ago. And I'm trying to keep things short. I'm learning how to keep things short, because I know I can talk all day, but I'm making things in shorts. Anyhow, so as far as the Marriott is concerned, that as my late father would say, and others you say, you're crying over Frank, what had happened and what Frank did to you, and so on. Why were you there? You had no business being there. And I take responsibility. And also the next order of business is having to forgive Frank and to hand that over to God.